Hello. Hope everyone is doing well. I am doing Indigo Park again because I really love this game. Hello, Seal. Open, please. There we go. Cool. Dun, dun. Okay, not really continuing from anything, so I'll do a new game. Skip. The boy, just hanging out in the corner. He's just vibing like me. All right. I am out here searching for things to get. I have a vague idea of what I'm looking for now. Love you too, Seal. There were like a couple. There's at least one that was like right out here, I think. Somewhere. There it is. Lloyd plush just chilling right at the front gate. Thank you, Winona. Oh, and then the Finley plush here. It's 2. Love the freaky music sting. Anything in the dark? Gosh, everything is a mess out here. Someone needs to come clean this up. No, I don't need hints. Open. Come to me,
Hi
boy.
there, and welcome to Indigo Park, the world's most innovative and engaging family fun experience.
It sure
Jump
is.
into the world of your favorite character. Wait, you're our first guest in 2,920 days, 4 hours, 23 minutes, and 38 seconds. Congratulations!
Hooray.
I'm Rambly the raccoon, and it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is the most fun it can be. Just hop on over to the registration center to your left, where our friendly assistant will help you begin your adventure in the park.
Oh, the door's closed. Alright.
Hi, I'm Rambly the raccoon, and it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is registered. Let me just get a good look at you. I don't seem to have your face in our guest list. Is this your first time here at the park, or did you just get plastic surgery? No worries, it's Rambly Tuesday, so you qualify for a
Well,
big
Rambly
discount on
Tuesday
your
was off
visit.
the tongue
Just
rather than
follow me
Rambly
to the main
Saturday.
gate. Ooh, I can't wait for you to see everything Indigo Park has to offer.
Alright. Anything in here? Now it's Tuesday. And then the game it's supposed to be Saturday. Now Rambly Tuesday fits better. Alright, turn on.
What's the holdup? The gate is open. Head on into the entryway. Hold on. My mistake. The gate is not open. There seems
You
to be
silly.
an error message being sent from the gate's power unit. Lucky you! You get to be the first person to try our turn on the generator mini Rambly venture. Have fun!
Hello, Fallen Grace. Welcome. I have seen you around a lot, and you seem very cool. Thank you for popping by. I am having a good day so far, I would say. A very interesting Easter egg here at the very start that I found out recently. In here you turn on this generator, which is missing a gear. And you can see that gear hanging out up here. Just right on the ledge. Can't get it, but it's just out of reach. And you go over here and
The
start it
Indigo
up.
Violet compact power generator. But it seems
And
to be
then it's
inoperable.
moved
Looks
to
like it's missing a piece.
the
Can you
ledge.
find it?
Closer to the ledge, and then it falls off. Thought that was a very interesting Easter egg. Was there anything? Yes. Rambly himself. The good boy. Best boy. Love him. Put that in. And flip the switch. I got scared for a bit. Sometimes this game is a bit weird about, like, the walking, the noise for when you walk. It just kind of keeps going when you're walking while you interact with something. And it startles me every time because I'm just like in the middle of doing something and I hear walking in the background and I'm like, oh shit, is something like stalking me? But it's like, no, it's just me making that noise.
Okay, for real this time. Welcome to Indigo Park.
Something I've seen a lot of people point out. Yeah, this is that mascot horror game. There are multiple FNAF fan game references in this, as far as... there's at least 2 that I'm aware of. The creator is a fan of playing FNAF games, or fan games, and has streamed them a bunch. A very interesting thing I've noticed a lot of people bring up is that at a distance you can see what almost looks like a face, but it's like just the reflection of Rambley's statue.
Rambley. Every guest needs a critter
But there
cup.
is an
That will allow you
even
access to
creepier
reserved
Easter
areas,
egg about
charge
that
payments to your
statue.
room, and wear a critter cuff. I think there's some in the gift shop. Head in there and I'll get you set up.
That I will get around to once I get everything out here. There, here we go. Gotcha. One of those things has to be in here, right?
Here you go, buddy. Your very own critter cuff. A new way to interact with the park that also
maybe
doubles
not.
as a pedometer, heart monitor, and mood ring. Data disclosure agreement included.
God, yeah. I really do not like it when people tag creators in NSFW art. Like, that's not cool, man. You're free to do it. Like,
Uh-oh, the door
do what you want. Just
mysteriously
don't,
locked.
like,
Why not
include
test
the
out your
creator
band
in
and
it.
save the day?
That's so uncool. It's like, it's one thing to draw it, but to, like, and send it at someone who definitely doesn't want to see it. I mean, I'm like fine with it. It's like I think everyone is everyone is like allowed to make NSFW art of stuff. Like, I think that people have the freedom to do that, and if they want to do that, that's their prerogative. No judgment there whatsoever. I just think you shouldn't be like sending it to people who aren't consenting to seeing that stuff, because that's like basically sexual harassment, and that's not cool.
Hooray! Great work, buddy! Now try entering the park, and we can start our Indigo adventure!
Okay, so people think when you're far away that Rimley kind of looks like a face in the distance because of the way that the light reflects off of him. Unique Geese has said that that's not intentional. However, a much creepier thing about this is that that head follows you around when you walk. The human man's head is watching you when you walk around. That is terrifying. And if I saw that when I first played this, I would have shot myself. That is terrifying. Right, okay. It's everyone, it's people's prerogative. Like, people can do what they want. Like, whatever people enjoy, they can do. Though also, like, maybe we shouldn't talk about it too much in chat here, because I don't know if I'm gonna get restricted for talking too much about that kind of stuff. This guy's face turns to stare right at you when you walk around. Ugh, shit's scary. Is there anything over here? It feels like there'd be something to pick up over here. It's styled after the same kind of statue in Disneyland of Walt holding Mickey's hand. It's a very iconic statue, and a lot of and anything that's like a mascot theme park in a media always parodies that statue. Anything over here? There's gotta be something here. I can't pull up what I have. I don't think. So it's hard to know what I'm looking for until I reach the information kiosk. And I can't help myself from worrying that I'm gonna miss stuff if I don't thoroughly come over this entrance. Stop staring at me with them big ol' eyes. Probably nothing over here. Yeah. I won't even say that. I don't think that the train ride is necessarily a reference to the runaway railway. I think what it's supposed to mirror is the train that loops around Disneyland. Because the runaway railway is, like, very recent. It would be a bit... it just feels strange that that's what would be parodied. But having been on that ride, I do see the resemblance to an extent. I guess it's probably nothing. But yeah, I mean, there is a lot of very clear Disneyland influence in this. The whole main entrance is very reminiscent of the front entrance of Disneyland, this whole area. And then after the train ride is an area very similar to Main Street. And I'm trapped. Anything in here? I didn't really look around much because it felt like it's keeping me locked out. Aha! I didn't come in here the last time because I'm like, I can't go in there. That's the woman's bathroom. I'm not a woman. But it makes sense to check both bathrooms. Alright. Yeah, that's fair. Especially that the interacting with the conductor bit is definitely reminiscent of it. Also, another interesting Easter egg right out here that I noticed was brought up. The two posters that are knocked down are specifically Lloyd's and Salem's. The two people that Rambly doesn't like. Quite interesting.
Pardon our dust, buddy. Looks like the park is going through some renovations. For the inconvenience, your Rambly Tuesday discount will be 3% off. Why not celebrate this great deal with a ride on my railroad? To test your sleuthing skills, I'll let you find this one all by yourself.
Uh-huh. Probably nothing out here. I know at least one is at the very end during the end chase sequence, so I'll have to be on the lookout for that. I did. That it looks very cute. I adore Rambly. Rambly is such a sweetheart and just so cute. This is also another thing that spooked me walking up here, and his eyes are just staring down at you from the distance. And Molly.
Your facial data suggests you may be a bit older than the target audience for this ride.
Molly was
but it's one
right
of my
there.
favorites. Do you know why Rambly the raccoon loves Rambly's Railroad?
Because I like trees. He's so cute. Molly's terrifying, though. Not that Molly. That Molly's cute. But, like, the giant, real Molly walking around scares the shit out of me.
Welcome to Rambly's Railroad. I'm Conductor Rambly.
Hi, Rambly. That's creepy.
Oh, look! It's Molly McCaw!
It's Molly McCaw, the greatest pilot who's ever
Off to the
known.
left.
You sure are, Molly.
Real Molly is
only
watching us.
fastened to 6 bars this week.
I'm not crashing, Rambly. I'm barnstorming.
What's barnstorming?
It's crashing with style. It barely hurts at all. Say, those young adventurers you got along with you look like great pilots. Why not try your hand at flying in my ride? Rooftop racing.
Admission included with your critter cop.
I definitely want Rambly to just be a glam rock Freddy type, where he's just actually nice and a good person helping out. Look, dead bird.
Oh, Finley! Come Come on out and greet the people.
There's dried blood everywhere.
Hi, Rambly.
Why the long face and body?
You've known me for 100 years, Rambly. I'm always long because I'm always longing for a new seashell for my collection.
Oh, Finley, you should come out of your shell.
Wah wah.
How about you come into it instead? My ride, Oceanic Odyssey, will teach you all about the wonders down under the deep blue sea.
Look, dead bird.
It's as blue as me. I hope you'll visit.
I assume that you've known me for 100 years, but
Currently closed for repairs.
you can hear Molly muttering close to repairs in the distance right after saying that. I assume the 100 years bit is just like a nod to like Disney as a company being around for 100 years. It's interesting that this was Salem's area in the ride, and it's all torn down, covered in black goo. Also, apparently, his audio playing here is a reverse of his introduction audio. I did not. I saw a screenshot of him, but I didn't catch him in time. Yeah, Salem, her cutout is here and is broken because this whole area was her section, but now it's all torn up and destroyed. The audio playing here off of Rambly that's glitching out is his introduction audio where he's saying, "Hi, I'm Rambly the Raccoon," as well as the audio that plays during the introduction. And apparently it might also have a bit of Lloyd's audio in the next area over playing. But it's all backwards. Anything here? And Molly. And at the end of that, Molly says he hurts Lloyd, which is very interesting. Oh, hat. That's one of the things I missed. Lloyd's limos. Alright. Interesting how all audio cuts out there. I was always expecting there to be another Molly peeking out from that door as we leave.
Hey there, Lloyd.
Do not shame me with that common folk name. I am the proud, the prestigious, the professional Lloydford L. Lion.
One of these has Molly peeking
extraordinaire.
through when they open up.
Great act, Lloyd.
Of course it was. I'm the real.
I swear I saw something, like a screenshot about Molly peeking through that. Oh, well, I must have missed it. Oh well. Yeah, I was not paying attention. I was looking for it, but I guess I just missed it. My bad.
So, what do you think? Pretty fun, right? Now you know all about my friends and Lloyd. So, where do you want to go?
The screenshot board here You could see Molly running down the train tracks. Yeah, I guess I just missed it. Yeah, she's on the middle row there on the left. That's Molly running down the tracks. I'm noticing that the way you move is a bit disorienting. The way you kind of sway. But yeah, unfortunately, I guess I missed Molly there, even though I was actively searching for her. But that's fine.
Buddy, come over here. This here is an information kiosk.
This is
If
the
there's
thing I'm
anything
looking
around the
for.
park you want to ask me about, just stop by here and I'll ramble on about it.
I love him. He's so cute. Alright, I'm missing these. I've gotten most of them. This is the only one that I think I haven't gotten yet. Out of all of them. But that's available in the last run of the Molly one. Oh, Rambly's such a precious bean. Here, Raction figure. It's the all-new Rambly the Raccoon Raction figure, available at your local toy store. It's cool to see that there's some mint condition ones still in the park.
Oh, I got this. I know the commercial by heart.
Wow, it's the unlimited edition Rambly the Raccoon Raction figure. Push him down and he jumps. Push him up and he doesn't. Only $19.99 at your favorite toy store.
Push him up and he doesn't. That's great. I like that. Rambly ears. I remember watching those old DVDs that Indigo would send you to your house when you booked a reservation. They always advertised the biggest gift shops and made all this silly merchandise look so fun. My dad promised me he'd buy me a pair when we went.
Rambly ears. Those used to fly off the shelves. That pair is pretty damaged, though. Keep your eyes peeled. There's gotta be at least one more mint condition set out there somewhere. Like a yard sale.
I don't know what the Pedro meme is. Golden Rambly. I'm not familiar.
Well, look at that. You're at Jetstream Junction. Oops. Looks like Jetstream Junction's being tuned up. Last I checked, there's a security office in the back of the theater. Maybe a friendly wrangler can help you get in.
I don't wanna. I'm good, thanks. Good night, Winona. I forget where the other stuff is, if there's anything out here. That is nothing. Please tell me there's something out here for me to grab. Because I don't want to go into the theater yet. I'm a little baby. I'm a little piss baby. I'm scared. Alright, let's get this over with. Gee, what could that be on the stage? Oh my god, it moved. What? Molly ain't hanging out here, is she? This is the worst. This is the worst. I hate this.
Hey, buddy, I've got eyes all over the park, but I can't see anything behind the stage. If you're going back there, be careful. Your critter cuff is not yet able to resuscitate you.
Dun, 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 dun. I didn't get to enjoy this as much because I thought this was going to bring Lloyd back over. Dun, 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 dun. Not yet, yeah. I forget if there's something I pick up going through this. One of the worst things I found out. Lloyd is there, and then you turn around and Molly's there. That actually just sent a chill down my spine. I hate it. Please resuscitate me. I require mouth-to-mouth exclusively. And then there's this scene. It's kind of cute the way he moves. I didn't encounter it in my first playthrough, but apparently Lloyd can kill you, it seems. Dead by Daylight map. Yeah, I gotta hide in the lockers. Is there anything over here? I could have sworn. Don't do that. I hate that noise. I hate it when they do that noise. Alright. Let's get out of here. Don't do that. It's gonna be okay. It's just the atmosphere that gets me. It's so unnerving. Got big stompers. Alright. Then. No, go away. Shoo. Get out of here. And then the flashlight stops working. I hate this. I hate this. God, I hate this so much. Run. Get this over with. Let's get out of here. Ah! Get me out of here. I hate that. I can hear the piano playing off the music, and that's gotta be Molly, right? Just every so often I can hear that. I'm shocked that there was nothing hanging out in the theater to collect. Because that feels like something that you could easily miss. Is that the cutback? What is that cutback? I already collected that.
Ooh, that's a Rambly cup. Nothing beats the taste of fresh Rambleberry juice drunk directly out of my plastic, lifeless head.
God, I love Rambley.
Congratulations! You found me! Don't I look adorable?
He does look adorable.
Wow, is that a limited edition gold Rambly plush? Parents were fighting tooth and nail for those things when they came out. Seriously, our employees had to clean up so many stray teeth and nails. Hard to believe there was all that demand for a regular Rambly plush we just blasted with gold spray paint.
Is that gold Rambly plush still? Okay, yeah. That's an interesting glitch. Well, it's not a U2's plush. It's a U2's action figure. Or toy. Or, well, I mean, technically it's a Raction figure. But it's not a plush. But, God, do I want one. Funko Pop Rambly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they made that reference in the next chapter. One interesting thing I saw brought up is this little area, Shop of Photos, that obviously is locked and you can't access. But it's theorized that in the next chapter, because the Kickstarter has mentioned getting your photo included in the game, if you pick that. No, never. I mean, it's not impossible. They did a U2's one. One of the Kickstarter backer rewards is getting your photo in the game. So this is probably going to be that, because usually it's not uncommon for the put you in game backer reward for a Kickstarter to just be in a collective area. Because I remember Shovel Knight did that in particular, where there was a whole area, like a big castle level you could go through that just had like a whole bunch of icons of different backers. I got the key. Okay, that was weird.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's rooftop races? It's not far from here, and it's a great warm-up before we get into the bigger rides. Just take it up at Molly's landing pad.
And there's a bunch of stuff around here. Over here, there's plush. Off in the corner, it's the poodle one. The one whose name I've already forgotten. There's a lot of graphics in this game that I feel like are that wig out a bunch. The way the way Rambly's animation works in general is very like bizarre. The way the frames kind of fade over each other. It's probably like a specific effect name for it, but it's a little jarring to watch.
Oh no, this is horrible. Looks like Molly crashed into the ride again. Don't worry though, your pal Rambly has the repairman on speed dial.
I'm sure you do.
We're sorry. The number you have dialed has been disconnected or is no longer in service. Please check the number and dial again.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's landing pad? It's not far from here, and it's a great cool down after that exhilarating ride.
Yeah.
Just take a down from Molly's rooftop races.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm not doing that. Did I miss the black and white? The black and white Lloyd? I feel like I had it by now. That's where I get the Rambleberry one. Maybe it is. I know the mascot head is at the very end. I do very specifically remember there being nothing up here. I was very confused and disappointed that there's like a whole area up here and then there's just nothing. I do not like the ambiance here. I think I remember seeing someone mention that you can hear Molly while you're here. Or like part of the ambience is her noise making. Cool stuff. Alright. There is an Easter egg here that I found out about in this game. Oh, die. I'll have to see if I can remember where it is exactly. I think it was here. Yeah, here it is. At the very end of this, the music glitches out. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's a thing. Underneath the stage, Molly's locked in a cage. So fun surprise there, if any of you didn't know about that. I still don't get this. Why? Yeah, that was certainly a thing, wasn't it? I do remember learning that one of Molly's lines that she says when she kills you mentions her having been trapped in a cage. Like, because everything she says is stuff that she's parroting from other people, and one of them is like, "Get back in your cage, bird," or something. So that's like obviously a nod to that bit, which is very interesting. But yeah, that's a scene that happens. Maybe. But it's hard because it's like you can't go back when it doesn't let you go left, because when you land you're blocked by a tree. Molly, what happened? What happened? There's Salem. Molly, look out! Too slow, dumpster face. This is an interesting bit of lore for the in-universe, the cartoon counterparts of these characters. For Salem to be able to control people and turn them into, like, purple, heartless monsters. Hey, Rambly. I don't even know what, like, interacting with those background squirrels would do. Like, the heart doesn't seem necessary for anything. You don't have lives in that, really. You're doing free play. The sodas: Bird Up, Kohler, Soda, Dr. Muncher, Kohler, Water, and Diet Water. It would be interesting to have that as like a full game. That clock and always just hanging out in the background is a bit wiggy. That it does make me feel a bit uncomfortable. Can I go back? Any chance I can go back? No? Alright. Hopefully they have Rambly veggie burgers. I thought I heard a thud. Terrifying if true. Alright, I guess I'm moving on. Alright, button. I hate everything about this. Knowing what's coming up. I mean, the music is a bit of a vibe, but... don't go dark on me, please. I hate everything so much. Oh, what, like, Jan did this out here without going up here. That's actually really funny. And there she goes. The part that wigs me out the most about her going there is that you see her running up that way, but then you go through this, and there she is again. Like, how? The path there, she would have to have, like, come back out and jumped up here. Because this leads right back into the room that she was scuttling out of. Like, she would have had to have, like, walked back down there, run through here, climb up there, just to stare you down the hallway before immediately leaving again. Anyways, yellow circle. Whoop. I'm too scared to go down there. I don't mind people comparing it to Security Breach too much, because I do enjoy Security Breach, conceptually. I mean, like, obviously the game has a lot of flaws. A lot of flaws. But I think this is, like, a good version of Security Breach, at least for the first chapter. Yellow circle, green triangle, blue star. Oh, go away, Molly, please. Molly, what the hell? What the hell was that about? I don't think it triggered her leaving because I got to, like, walk all the way up to her. Then I got to watch her blip out of existence over here. Alright. Yellow circle. Blue triangle. I forget. I think it was red star. No, it was blue star. There it is, yeah. Alright. Time for the worst part of the game. Not the worst part. The one that is the most upsetting. Emotionally. Gotta make sure to watch out for the mascot head. Alright, open up. Then run. Oh, she bound that way. No, run. Don't stop. Here, don't go down that tube. so much. Okay, it should be coming up here soon, where I leave to the back alley of the area. Here it is. There we are. Okay. Now I just run for my life. No, go away, go away, go away. I hate this.
Ah, there you are, buddy.
Here I am.
Come on, this one's staff only. Come on in, new staff.
Come on in, new staff. I'm Ollie. Dead.
Welcome to the Rambley's Wranglers registered room. Here we have plenty of amenities and. Okay. I can see in your facial tracking that you're scared, angry, upset. Transparency is an important part of our policy. Here at Indigo Park.
I have to be like so in the zone to not lose my shit from all
It's
that.
been active for years. Employees stop showing up. Guests too. The mascots are. I just was so excited to see a visitor, and I wanted to be sure you were given the best experience possible. But I was confined to the entrance for so long, I didn't realize just how much disrepair the park has fallen into.
It's alright, I forgive you.
Wasting all of your fun time. Sorry for the inconvenience.
I forgive you.
But I have an idea. I have access to the repair documentation in my database. I just can't execute most tasks without authorization from a human user. You must have come here because the park matters to you.
Do I
too,
need to
right?
give you permission?
Would you be willing to help me restore the park?
Yes, absolutely.
I can see in your facial tracking data that you aren't opposed to this.
I am
Ooh,
very
I'm
for
so
it.
excited. Let's get this place back in business.
Woo. Let's do it. I'm very curious what this is all about. Is she even like bloodier than she was before? I mean, I guess all of the blood kind of soaked into her, but like, I could definitely see her a bit clearer at first. Now she's even redder. God, I am so excited to find out what the mystery of that whole thing, that whole deal is.
Okay, welcome to the crew, Rookie Wrangler.
8 years stuck
Your
as an
first
entrance
official
program.
job as one of Rambley's Wranglers registered is to get out of the Rambley's Wranglers registered room. Head left towards the Rookie Wrangler register security room to set yourself free. Phew, kind of exhausting to say that whole spiel, but Rambley's Wranglers register is a registered trademark. That expired yesterday.
Yeah, it's definitely still spewing. Oh, there it is.
Uh-oh, that Rambley's Wranglers room is only accessible by Royal Wranglers. Maybe one day you'll grow up big and strong enough to enter it. But for now, don't.
I love how serious he gets there. But for now, don't. I mean, if you want me to help to fix this park up, you gotta be able to let me go around where I want to go. Sassy Racky. He sure is. Is there a Molly hidden around here? Well, I mean, I guess that wouldn't make any sense for if there was, because she's dead now, and these are live cams, I think. Is there anyone else hanging around? Lloyd's hanging out there, I know. I'm very curious if as more munching? I'm not munching on anything. I'm very curious if more cameras are gonna like be shown on here as more chapters are added. because obviously all of these are just from existing parts of the map. But they're not, like, from the immediate area, because this is from the main street. This is the front entrance. That's also front entrance. And this is the gift shop at the end of the Rambley's Railroads. But then, of course, there is the inside of the Jetstream area. Cool stuff. Hello, Rambley. I got everything. Sweet. This thing popped out of the Ramble Rush arcade cabinet. How is this even possible? I do wonder if this is going to be like if there's going to be a lore reason for why this happened, as opposed to just the game was really glitchy. Like, why did this thing pop out?
Whoa, where'd you get that? Brambleberries are my favorite! Oh, if only I could jump out of the screen and take a big bite. Don't eat it! Maybe I'll be able to one day!
I'll hold on to it for you until then. Rambley Head. Whoa, freaky. This must be one of those mascot costumes they used to use at the park. In a weird way, I'm kind of glad they retired these. This is very interesting. This implies that they retired it before the park shut down. That they stopped doing the mascot costumes before then, which would mean that the living mascots were like a thing that were actively running around while the park was open and interacting with guests.
Whoa, where'd you find that? I've never seen anyone wearing one. Pretty snazzy. Ooh, looks like there's an audio recording tagged with costume in my database I've never noticed before.
This is one of the
let's
other...
Listen, let's listen!
Hey, Jackson, you hear about the new mascots?
Yeah, think it'll put us out of a job?
I think so. Old sport. And right after we got this damn raccoon costume.
Man, screw this place. I say we get our asses out of here and go straight to Vegas.
Aw, come on. They didn't even document the Indigo inventory ID for the costume. I was really looking forward to that. What a useless recording. Deleted.
I'm not as familiar with any of the FNAF fan games, so I don't pick up on these interesting references. But still very cool. He is a nerd. This is a bit of interesting lore, though. The retro Lloyd plush. The classic Indigo cartoons.
I don't get why we even have those. Now, why do they only make one of Lloyd? Is it because he's the loudest? I can be loud too! Where's my limited edition throwback plush? Where's Molly's? Where's Finley's? Give this mistake to a child and they'll cry.
He's so petty. I love him. I do love that he's like not upset, not just upset that he didn't get one, but also that his friends didn't get one. But it's very interesting that specifically only Lloyd got them. Like, I'm just like so fascinated by the fact that they specifically didn't make classic black and white plushies of any of the characters aside from Lloyd. Like, Lloyd must have had to have been like a real fan favorite for them to do so much with him. Ew, Lloyd. And then over here is the end of the chapter.
Wow, you made it to Oceanic Odyssey. You're doing a great
There's
job, Rookie Wrangler.
Finley's head's peeking out through here, I think.
You'll find a potpourri of porpoises, pickerels, and perches as far as the eye can see. Please don't tap the glass. You really know what lies beneath the surface.
Oh, there's Finley. Hello. Finley is baby. I love him. I totally missed that the first time.
You
I can't believe I
okay?
missed that
You look
giant
kinda
thing
tired.
flying in.
Do you need a moment? Don't worry, it's fine. I don't blame you for taking a rest after all that.
Like, that is
I could
like
go for a nice,
serious egg on
relaxing
my face for missing
defragmentation
that.
myself. But before you settle down, you up for a little survey to help us improve the park? Thanks for visiting Indigo Park. Hope all your dreams came true. If you've got some time and you're up for a lark, stick around for the Rambly review. I'm here to offer my best to each valuable guest I assist. And lots of happy feedback ensures I get to exist. Let's try it. Were you satisfied with the rides? Yes or no? Were you satisfied with your guide? I sure hope so. Do you plan to come back? Will I see you again? Did your experience convince you to tell a friend about us? Did I earn your trust? At Indigo Park, there is a stark contrast.
It's such a good song.
Everything I know this place should be.
Once it gets released on Spotify, I'm gonna be listening to it nonstop.
You've given a spark of sunshine to this kingdom's faithful devotee. At Indigo Park, more than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find.
I can't sing.
But fight through the dark, and I'll be your spark of sunshine to get you out of any bind. That is, if you want to keep going. Oh, idea! I know all of this isn't fair to you. It's an awful lot to ask. But here comes Rambly Review Part 2 to sell you on our task.
Which he reviews
I'm
me.
here to view and assess each valuable guest as I learn. And lots of happy feedback ensures you're gonna return. Right, I'm so happy you rode a ride and saw the show. I'm so happy to be your guide. More than you know. So come back anytime. I'd love to see you again. In all my thousands of days, I've never had a friend like you. At least I hope I do. At Indigo Park, there is a stark contrast to everything I know this place should be. But out of the dark,
God, he has such a great
you've
voice.
given a spark of sunshine.
Apparently this is like one of his
to this
first
kingdom's
voice acting roles too. It's like
devotee.
semi-big ones,
Indigo
so it's
Park.
like, this is great.
More than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find. But fight through the dark, and I'll be your spark of sunshine to get you out of any bind. Till all my old friends are united again, and I won't feel so left behind. Okay, I'll let you go. See you next time, buddy. Please?
I love him. I love him so much. Like, that's how you know how much I really like this game. The fact that I was able to sit through this a second time when I do not like horror games says a lot to how just fantastic this game is. And I'm so excited for more. Main menu. Where does it drop me off if I hit continue? I'm curious about that. Play, continue. Scary shit.
Okay.
Oh, it just
You look
it
kinda
drops me
tired.
off at the credits.
Do you need a moment? Don't worry,
I didn't
it's
mean to
fine.
do
I don't
that.
blame you for taking a rest after all.
All right, well,
I could go for a nice, relaxing.
you know, I'm gonna let this
Indie
play out
fragmentation
again, actually,
myself.
because it's just a good song.
But before you settle down, you up for a little survey to help us improve the park? Thanks for visiting Indigo Park. Hope all
Absolutely
your
worth
dreams
it.
came
I was
true.
expecting it to put
If
me
you've
at,
got
like,
some
I don't
time and you're
know,
up for a
before the
lark,
Molly
stick
chase or
around for the
something.
Rambly review. I'm here to offer my best to each
That's so
valuable
funny that
guest
it just puts me back at the
assist.
credits.
And lots of happy feedback ensures I
I was like
get to
expecting like maybe
exist. Were
at
you
least
satisfied
like
with the ride?
to
Were you
have like some sort of
satisfied
like
with your guide?
selection
Do
of
you
like
plan to come back?
where
Will I
to
see you
start
again? Did your
from
experience get to
throughout the
tell a
chapter,
friend
because I wanted to go
about
back and
us?
like see if I
Did
could
I earn
catch
your
the
trust? At Indigo Park,
Molly in the curtains
there is a
part
stark
that I missed.
contrast to everything I know this place
But you know,
should
this is
be.
absolutely worth it to just listen to
But
this
out
again.
of the dark, you've given a spark of sunshine to this kingdom's faithful devotee. At Indigo Park, more than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find. But fight through the dark, and I'll be your spark of sunshine to get you out of any bind. That is, if you want to keep going. Oh, idea! I know all of this isn't fair to you. It's an awful lot to ask. But here comes Rambly Review Part 2 to sell you on our task. I'm here to view and assess each valuable guest as I learn. And lots of happy feedback ensures you're gonna return. I'm so happy you rode a ride and saw the show. I'm so happy to be your guide. More than you know. So come back anytime. I'd love to see you again. In all my thousands of days, I've never had a friend like you. At least I hope I do. At Indigo Park, there is a stark contrast to everything I know this place should be. But out of the dark, you've given a spark of sunshine to this kingdom's faithful devotee. At Indigo Park, more than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find. But fight through the dark, and I'll be your spark of sunshine to get you out of any bind. Till all my old friends are united again, and I won't feel so left behind. Okay, I'll let you go. See you next time, buddy. Please?
Love the Scoobert. Love him so much. Alright, cool. Great stuff. I don't want to have to start a new game just to see that one part again. There's a credit section too, so this is probably gonna play that song again. Just browsing the settings. Such a great game, honestly. I'm so excited about just the potential for this game. The first chapter has been so much fun to play through. Twice, in fact. He is like moving to the beat of this. Yeah, it's a very just vibe worthy song just to rock back and forth to. He is like almost right on beat to it too. Alright. Not sure what else to do then. I wonder if I could see about pulling up, like, at least footage of the Molly, the Easter egg. Oh, I forgot to point out the painting of Rambly and Lloyd together, too. That's like right at the start of the ride. Any theories? How to... Great. Well, I mean, the next chapter is definitely going to be, like, focused on Finley as the antagonist. At least that's what I'm thinking. That seems to be the direction it's going to go. Finley as the antagonist for the next chapter, the way Molly was for this. I'm curious how the player model will be revamped when we don't see the player at all. And aside from just the arms and hands. Doing more with the flashlight would be interesting. Because it would almost be like kind of... It would be funny if they like made it so you could turn off the flashlight. So people could just do a flashlightless run. Going through the whole game not being able to see anything. I'm not sure I necessarily have any real theories on how it'll all go down. Other than just... Salem's probably the main antagonist. They are a little... They are, like, surprisingly strong arms. But apparently, according to the intro of the game, when it's, like, examining the computer desk, it seems to imply that the character you're playing as, who is named Ed, it seems, very regularly... is like a streamer type who regularly goes to these abandoned parks. So it would, I mean, maybe it like makes sense if he's like kind of in shape. The odd thing to fuss about, though. Oh. Let's see. Boop. To mess around with this more, because a little having to set everything up is annoying. Yeah, the Rambly and Lloyd painting right at the start. This is what I missed, though. The Molly appearance right behind me. I don't know why I didn't think to look actually behind me. Like, I totally forgot about this. That is scary as hell. Yeah, the Isaac head and following you around. Then all the collectibles. Percy reference, daytime bit, Day Shifted Freddy's reference, and then the Finley bit. This one I was just in the wrong spot for it. It comes out at this side, so I should have been standing over here. Oh, this guy's clipping through it. What? Don't pull stuff up over the thing right as he's supposed to show up. Well, whatever. There's Finley, sort of. That's an interesting theory. Before I saw the painting, I had been like suspecting that Lloyd's just supposed to be like a Pete type, where it's like Mickey and Pete have their beef, so like Lloyd is just kind of that for Rambly. But if they were friends at some point, it would have been interesting if there is an actual reason for their falling out, and Lloyd's not just being a hater. Some people have like semi-joked about them being exes, which is funny. But if it's like a Salem thing, that I feel like probably makes the most sense. Because there's like that whole thing about Salem removing friendship with her potion stuff. I'm very curious about like Salem as a villain, because she is very like super villainy as a villain. It almost seems like, with how she's like got her potion stuff going, and she's actively trying to ruin the friendships and character relationships and stuff. like I'm very curious to see how that gets built on. Because with Salem, it's less Mickey Mouse and Pete and more like, I don't know, Mario and Bowser, where she's just an active villain type causing mayhem. Salem's definitely gonna have like some sort of role in just everything that's going on, considering how like uninvolved almost she is this whole chapter. Because we see Rambly interacting with everyone else on the ride, the train ride. Even though he hates Lloyd, he still interacts with him in some way. But Salem's whole area is destroyed, and her only like primary relevance is in the arcade. But then also like she's got like the potions and the goop, the purple goop stuff going, and there's a lot of areas where there's like very black, very similar like dark colored goop, kind of that almost, it feels like it should be blood but isn't. Like it definitely seems to be like maybe it's oil though, to be fair. It could probably also just be oil, but it feels like she is like doing some shit behind the scenes and is manipulating everyone. I mean, if anything, Rambly's beef with Lloyd though, if not with Salem, is probably a case of Lloyd being more of a fan favorite. Because I guess if they're all supposed to be like Mickey Mouse allegories in a way, Lloyd might have been like the Donald Duck or something, or like the Donald / Goofy type where it's the best friend. Yeah, there's something's going on there. She's definitely like set up to be an antagonist character. I mean, like even though she's in the railway, my thought is that like it's probably still meant to be like some sort of villain thing, but in the way that it's like in universe she's bad. Like just she's like meant to be like some sort of like enemy counterpart to Rambly in the cartoon universe. So she's still got an area on the ride because she's a main character in the cast. So it would be like, oh, like if Salem was still there, if her thing was still part of the ride, my assumption would be it would be treated almost like in a Dora the Explorer swipe or no swiping kind of thing, where it's just like, oh, you rapscallion, you naughty Salem, don't go doing the bad things. And Salem's like, oh, I'm gonna do the bad things anyways. But like her as the villain, like with whatever's going on behind the scenes, with all the mascots being alive and actual real animals, I assume Salem probably has something to do with that. Like they made a mistake in bringing to life the character that's supposed to be evil. Maybe. I'm curious if Lloyd does, because Lloyd has his theater, but like, does he have a bigger area of his own? Because it would be a bit weird if Lloyd was restricted solely to that one theater, but then Molly and Finley both have whole entire areas for themselves. Yeah, if Salem has like her own attraction area, it would definitely like lean more into like the theory of her being a friend of Rambly's rather than an enemy, because it would make sense for them to have areas for the Rambly friend group as opposed to the enemy group. That being Lloyd. It's hard to say because we know basically nothing about Salem up till as far as the first chapter has gone. It definitely seems to be setting her up as an antagonist, so I'm assuming like whatever we see down the line is also her being an antagonist in relation to the cartoon universe. But it's very hard to say when they've shown nothing of her other than she's kind of a mischief maker. I think they uploaded her like biography though after the game dropped. Or maybe they didn't. Oh, she did have a biography, but it was censored out. That's right. Yeah, she's a troublemaker. Salem the skunk is a troublemaker. They're always causing trouble for Rambly in the gang. They're super quick, cunning, and tries to hide it with their punk exterior. A brilliant mind creating all kinds of contraptions to ruin Rambly's day. Keep an eye out as their quick and can use countless inventions to get out of a sticky situation. So Salem is definitely set up as a enemy type for Rambly. So what it does seem to be the case is it does seem like Salem is the main antagonist, not just in the game itself, but the general world surrounding the characters. Whereas Lloyd was probably not as much a bad person. He's okay, Lloyd's biography says he's friends with the main cast, but he's really starting to push it. I'm assuming that whatever beef Rambly has with Lloyd, it's possibly one, just one-sided on his part, and two, likely a result of something actually happening between Lloyd and Rambly. Like probably Lloyd just being too much, too arrogant for Rambly to deal with. And also, I assume at least probably at large part Lloyd ending up the fan favorite of the gang, because that does seem to be the case. Lloyd's plush biography in description states that the main character considered Lloyd their favorite, and Lloyd has the retro throwback nostalgic plush, so most likely Lloyd was probably the fan favorite, and Rambly didn't like him kind of like taking that spotlight when he's supposed to be the main character. So Rambly and Lloyd most likely have a bit of a rivalry going, but it wasn't intended to be full-on antagonistic. Yeah, Lloyd's definitely like not as it's definitely entirely on Rambly's side, the rivalry. Lloyd seems to be chill with Rambly for the most part. I assume like whatever beef there is, he's like totally oblivious to it, because he's supposed to be like very like kind of stuck in his own way and very pompous. He's kind of a narcissist. So whatever the deal is with him, it's he has no idea that Rambly doesn't like him, basically. I'm very curious about the recording stuff though, because like God, God, I'm so curious about that, especially because I haven't seen anyone else talk about it. But like, are they just recordings? Because there are very specific moments in that ride where it's like it does seem to just be a pre-recording conversation between Rambly and each of the characters. But Rambly, like, very specifically having beef with Lloyd, that's definitely something that's not pre-programmed into the cartoon world, presumably at least. Like, having that beef there during the recording process seems strange. Like, that seems to be something that they're interacting with and saying in real time. Because then also there's the Finley part where Finley mentions knowing Rambly for 100 years. And I'm assuming that Rambly isn't actually 100 years old in the cartoon. So most likely what that's supposed to be is that the franchise that is Rambly and Co. Whatever the Indigo cartoon in-universe thing is most likely has been around for 100 years now, much like how the Walt Disney has been the Walt Disney Company has been around for 100 years. So I feel like that the ride recordings aren't just recordings and they're being like spoken in real time. It's definitely it's definitely implied that the critter cuff is what did it. That's definitely a mystery that they're probably gonna bring up at some point down the line, because it's also worth noting that like the entire point up until the chase sequence at the end with Molly, like Molly's just been following you around the whole time. And she's been, like, right next to you, too. Like, during the Rambly's Railroad ride, she's, like, right behind you. She could reach out and grab you and kill you right on the spot, but she doesn't. So I'm assuming that, like, that whole time, she can't interact with you at all. Like, the critter cuff is probably actually, like, preventing both Molly and Lloyd from getting to you. And then like it's possible that something happens like off screen that you don't see before you get to the landing pad where Molly's able to actually interact with you and kill you. Like it might be Salem doing something off screen, assuming she's involved at all, that like she did something to Molly maybe that lets her kill you. Because it's definitely the critter cuff itself that is the reason why Lloyd was driven off and couldn't hit you. So it would make sense that the same would be the case for Molly. So there has to have been something like a specific reason why Molly waited until the end to attack you at all when she had so many opportunities to do so before but didn't. Ultimately, I'm just eager to see all of the mysteries that they reveal. The only thing that I'm like hoping for out of all this is that Rambly isn't some sort of secret villain at the end. Like, there is probably like some hints and stuff towards him not being a perfect good boy. Like, he's got the beef with Lloyd, and there's that bit with Molly where she's like going on, where the animatronic version of her says he hurt Lloyd. Plus, she's only using her legs while chasing us. But just before Rambly shuts the door, she goes to dive. Yeah, it's the interesting thing about it is that both Molly and Lloyd move like actual animals. Like, their cartoon counterparts are very clearly anthropomorphic, but the mascot versions of them are actual animals. Lloyd walks on all fours, Molly moves like a bird. They're clearly, whatever it is that's like brought them to life has something to do with why they're actual feral animals. Because I'm assuming, my theory there is that maybe they are actual animals that have been like modified in some way to be almost human like, or like anthropomorphic in a way. So Molly like doing a lot of the attacking via her legs and trying to scratch you out with her talons, I think makes sense if she's supposed to be like kind of a bird type, like an actual bird, not just an anthropomorphic one. And then the dive is probably her trying to fly to catch up with you. Because a lot of the chase sequence up until then is very tight corridors. So it would make sense if she's only able to like move after you through running and kicking. But then at the very end, the area is a lot larger in space. So it would make sense for her to try using her wings then. And then there's Finley, who is like a giant actual sea serpent. I'm curious how Finley is going to be like, the mascot version of Finley is going to be a villain type, because like, is he going to be confined to the water? Yeah. I don't think Rambly is going to be a full villain. I think it's possible it's possible that they're probably going to like hint or like try to like mislead you with that, because I think it does almost seem like it's trying to hint or set up that he's more than he seems. Because yeah, he does do the closing the door thing, but like it's never like full on intentionally like trying to scare you or anything. Like he does the thing with the door specifically just to get you to use the cuff and kind of like teach you about it. And a lot of it is there's a lot of like misdirection with him, I believe, where it does want to make you think that he's like a little bit sinister, but most likely it's just like intentional misdirection, and he's actually going to be a good guy in the end. Or at least the AI version of him. Because like the one big thing that it's probably worth noting about is that we've got like real Molly, real Lloyd, real Finley, but we haven't seen a real Rambly yet. So I have to imagine that like AI Rambly, who has been stuck at the front of the park for so long, is a good person, but then where you've probably also got a mascot Rambly walking around who is probably evil to some degree. It also is probably worth noting that like when you show the Rambleberry to Rambly at the kiosk, he mentions wanting to try to like he's like, hold on to it so that maybe I can actually eat it at some point. I feel like it's possible AI Rambly might come to life in some way, like they might be building up to that. And it'd be very interesting if they use the mascot Rambly for that. Like, I don't know, mascot Rambly the AI Rambly possesses mascot Rambly, and now he's real or something. But yeah, ultimately, I don't think Rambly is going to be evil. I feel like they're trying to make you think he is. Oh yeah, he's an AI, so they kind of mess around. They use his eyes as like the loading screen kind of thing, where it's like whenever he's like processing something, his eyes start to do the little circle thing. A Salem AI would be interesting. Like, I do think that like we're probably going to be seeing AI versions of all the characters, because if we're like exploring different parts of the park, it would make sense if there are more AIs around the area. Or because like it's hard to imagine the Rambly AI being like the sole controller of the whole park. Because he specifically says that he's been confined to the entrance, so I would imagine there's probably going to be like AI versions of the other characters. Probably like ones that have maintained different areas of the park. It's possible, because it would be very odd, I think, to have Molly be dead for good. Like we killed the mascot version of, well, Rambly killed the mascot version of her, and that's just the last we see of Molly. I don't think that's probably going to entirely be the case. Like, I know we didn't see her in her own area, but it feels like we might see AI versions of the other characters. But who knows? Alright, I think I will call this there then. I did what I wanted. I got all the collectibles, I checked out all of the Easter eggs I missed. So, yeah, good stuff. Alright. Good run. Well, yeah, I mean, it is worth noting that he doesn't seem like as like connected to the fact that he's definitely not affected by having killed Molly just then. But I think it's probably because he views the mascot separate from himself. So that's probably going to be like a plot point in some way. Like that definitely feels like something relevant. With him like very specifically viewing the mascots separate from himself. Like he is fully aware of the mascots being creatures that are roaming around. I do think that like it seems to be that the mascots are like replacements for the mascot costumes that were worn, so it's probably going to be like a whole thing about learning how the mascots came to be and that they were like roaming around the park at some point. Anyways, yes. I'm gonna head off then. You also have a good night. Thanks for hanging. It was a lot of fun replaying this and just getting to see everything in more detail without spending the whole time running and screaming. Yeah, a lot of fun. I will see you all again next time I stream. So, laters.